Good morning, world. It is a beautiful morning. I just want to show you guys this. I live in DFW, and all the planes you can see out in the distance fly over. Came to work out. I went to get my shoes on. I'm like, wait a second. I bought some rollerblades. And there's a cool trail over here. I'm by Las Colinas. So I'm gonna go cruise. I haven't skated for a long time, but I used to skate as a kid, like a lot. Like, there's this place in Pleasant Grove, it's called the Proving Grounds in Utah, and I loved it there. And we go there, we go to Joe's Board Shop in Orem, and we just go to all these areas. Jaron Grobe, the monster. I know he lives here in Dallas somewhere too. I went and watched him skate a few years back, but he's the one that told me where to buy these rollerblades. But he used to skate at Joe's Board Shop, Proving Grounds. He'd go nuts. Like, Joe's Board Shop, I didn't see this, but I heard about this. There's this roof and a half pipe, and he like flies off the roof into the half pipe, like just gnarly. But here's my thing about rollerblading. I'm already like tired. I've skated for like 1 minute and 43 seconds. But here I am. I get to enjoy being outside. I hardly get outside like this, but how fun is this to be rolling around and gonna go see some nature. Thought about getting a skateboard, but man, this is so much more fun. This kind of reminds me of Mighty Ducks too. This is the Mighty Ducks. I miss the 90s. So let's see how this is gonna work for me. Whee! Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Let's go into some grass. I don't want to mess up my wheels yet. Probably gonna cruise over. Shoot. Hopefully I don't get ran over. It's like a sidewalk over there, but whatever. Let's try and cruise. Yeah, these feel really good. There's a sidewalk. Yep, ton of cars are coming too. Whee! Got lucky. I almost just died. So, this is fun. I used to skate in San Diego. Bought some rollerblades over there. And have a video where I go down the whole boardwalk. That's where Slow-Mo, he's an inspiration of mine too. He's like a San Diego legend. He skates up and down the boardwalk. But I've got a video going down the whole thing. I forget which even YouTube channel that's on. I want to say it's on, I think I changed the name, like Weston's World Vlogs or Weston's World Van Life or something. Shall we cruise around this neighborhood? Yeah, this neighborhood will be good because this will get me down. There's this trail. You're about to see it. It's really pretty. I've wanted to go run down here. But running isn't that fun for me. Dang, I'm cruising. Like, these are going fast. This is like reminding me when I went to BYU, me and some friends, we'd go longboard in the middle of the night, kind of like a night like right now. And there was one night I got a concussion. This was my freshman year. That we were cruising by Provo Temple. There's a good hill, so we grab on the sides of the car. They pull us up the hill, There'd be like 5 or 6 of us, like cruising. We called it Lords of Dogtown, Lords of Provo Town. And we did it a few nights. Like, that was some of the most fun I've ever had, was doing that. But I switched boards to somebody's board, and it was faster than when I was on. I'm cruising down this hill, and I was starting to get speed wobble. And I remember seeing, like, think that there's a stoplight at the end of this road. And on the other side is the MTC, Missionary Training Center. And I'm coming down, I'm cruising just like this. So similar to this. And I remember I'm going, I can't stop. I can't go to the sides. There's no way I can jump off and just run. Like, I'm in a point where I just got to go through this. So I don't remember much of the following, but it must have been like, here's the stoplight, street just like this. I had to have cruised in to the parking lot similar to this. And then I won't go back there. But I had to have hit a curb, because I remember I slammed my head hard, and I did. I saw like a light, like a bright yellowish, maybe orange, like, because I smacked the back of my head hard. Didn't have a helmet on. And next thing I remember is my hands hurt. Like, I got gravel in me, something like that. I can't remember, but I was in pain. And I'm walking out, and I see the red Lincoln Town car that my dad let me use that year. And my brother was with me, and his friend. And they're cruising down, and I just remember going in there. I'm like, dude, I just wrecked. And then I had short-term memory loss that night, so I forgot, like, everything. And I kept repeating the same things over and over again. Like, I'm in the car with my friends. They're like, do you want us to take you to this hospital? And I'm trying to remember who they are. I'm like, I know you. You're this person. And I know you. And I was just trying to, like, remember who everything was and come to. Anyways, we get to the hospital. We do a brain scan. The next day I felt just fine. My dad sometimes thinks, like, hey, I've gone through depressions really since I was 18, but I had it a little bit before that. But it could have been some of that brain movement and brain trauma that has helped, that has been a contributor to the depression. And I think that's valid. Ooh, this is where I wanted to go, down here to the left. So, possibly, here I am 38, 20 years later, and I'm feeling pretty good right now with life. This last year's been a pretty steady, consistent year for me. Very grateful for that. I'm hoping I don't hit the lows like I have. Okay. This isn't bad. It's a little kind of rocky-ish. It's not bad though, but here's what I was talking about. Like, this goes down for like a mile or two. I'm seeing little, I don't know if it's fish or frogs. If you want to walk your dog. Anyways, what I'm saying is, I always wear the hat, God is greater than the highs and lows, and I just attempt to remember that every day. God's been very, very good to me lately. I'm very grateful. And I have a blessing that tells me, never think it's your own. Never think it's you doing anything. Like, always remember it's God. He's always the one that is blessing you. He's always the one. And look at life, really, like, I look at all the trials and everything, which there's been many. I look at the trials and the tribulations. Have I grown from them? Yes. Was it hurtful and painful? Yeah. Do I ever want to go through it again? Nope. Did I learn from it? Have I grown from it? Of course. So, yeah, again, just grateful for where life is at right now, where it's going. I hope it keeps going in a positive direction. It's like mosquitoes out. Do I want to cruise down one more? Do I want to just circle back and work out? I think I'm going to circle back and work out. But this keeps on going down until you get into Las Colinas, and that's where they have like the Toyota Music Factory. There's a ton of bands that come here. I've seen Yellow Card there. I saw, was it Third Eye Blind? No, it was, oh my gosh, I don't know, I can't remember. Tried to see Taking Back Sunday there. Got there late. I've tried to see them a few times. Hasn't worked out. But no, there's big bands that come through. I know they got VidCon. It's like a huge YouTube event that'll be here in the next couple weeks. Considering going, but I work so much. Like I work freaking Monday through Saturday, like all day long. Well, 12 to dark, and then Saturdays most all day. But it's been good. I'm grateful, you know. I'm on pace for $250,000 this year. Let's go. I hope so. We'll see. We'll see if everything gets installed and works out. And I'm just grateful for my energy, you know. Grateful that it's working out. Look at those ducks. I can just imagine all my friends seeing this video like, oh great, Weston's in his tiger mood again. He's buying rollerblades. Oh no, he's spending money on things. Yeah, when I've got $250,000 on the way, I think it's okay to buy myself some $400 rollerblades. Is that safe to say that you can treat yourself just a little bit sometimes, and that's not an out of control maneuver? Well, you bought some Teslas, dude. You bought some Teslas. Yeah, drive one out of the other one on our rental service, which actually, dude, if you guys all want an investment opportunity, Tesla Model Y, I can get you guys making probably around $500 to $700 a month profit on a rental service that I can get your Tesla on here in Dallas. So you don't lift a finger. You get a Tesla just like that guy right there, just like that. They manage it, they clean it, they do it all. You don't have to come out of pocket at all for this. So what you do, you can go get credit. Business line credit, I don't care. You have a Tesla right now, you hardly use it. They take care of the insurance, maintenance, everything. Every month, you get a deposit. You'll probably be making $500 to $700 a month. I've had one of my Teslas on there for a month, and it was profitable. It was actually on for like 2.5 weeks, I want to say. And it was still profitable. I owed a few little things. They helped me find the vehicle, and I got a killer deal, like incredible. So that's an investment opportunity, right there. And you know, I guess stay tuned. Ask me about it. I will have more info on how this last month did. That'll be my first full month on it, and I'll be able to truly tell you. But the projections have been showing $500 to $700. So we'll see. Even my current Tesla, I'm thinking about putting it on. So you get a Tesla Model Y, just like that. Whew, I'm going uphill. I'm glad I started back. I'm thinking about getting my current Tesla Model Y because my insurance on it is a couple $100, and my payment on it's like $500. But that's money I could literally be saving and just go back to driving my Toyota Camry, which is in the shop. Should be done this weekend, so I'm excited about that. To have that back. And and do that for a little bit. Like, that's no big deal. The Camry basically self-drives itself too in a lot of ways. So yeah, it's got a maneuver. I mean, it's not going to take me from point A to point Z an hour away exactly, but the cruise control, and it basically stays in the middle of the lane, sees the lines. It's good. Dude, this cardio is awesome because I'm not going to do this at the gym. At the gym, I like walk for 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm done. This, I have to get back to my car. Like, there's no ends after butts. You're going. So, you know, and everybody following the YouTube channel, like, I appreciate you guys. Like, I know it's been random, and I don't have any specific category. And somebody asked me yesterday, he's like, what's your YouTube? And I'm like, you know what, I'm just a personality figure. So, and that's been over the years an issue of mine of YouTube creation or content creation, of people being like, hey, like, you really gotta hone in on one specific thing, and that's gonna, you know, grow. I agree with that, and I see that. That doesn't excite me though. Like, that's not what gets me up and going every day, of like doing the same thing over and over and over again. Even though I do like sales, I do over and over again. Gym, I go over and over again, which I enjoy that. But what I like to do video wise, certain things excite me, like this today. Hey, let's just sporadically, I'm about to go into the gym. I was putting on my shoes and I saw my rollerblades, and I was just like, on a rollerblade, and I'm just gonna start filming it. That was exciting for me. That was fun. So here we are. Got this DJI Action 3 Osmo camera, which I'm just holding. It's not a handheld, it's just an action cam. I like this one. It's awesome. It's been really good. It's been smooth. I've never had one issue with the camera. It works perfect. And has different settings. But like, even now, that seems like it's getting a pretty smooth shot. All right. This is where I'm going to teach you guys this stop. What do I do? No brakes. Before you F up your wheels. But you have to. All right. I've got a little time window. No cars. Let's go. I really did have a little time window. That's no joke. Little sprints, baby. Sprints. Just look how beautiful it is outside now. What I love too is my little setup. I have this camera and my iPad. I'm gonna go back to Tesla Studios. My dad named it that. I'll do an upload of this. I'll just throw it on YouTube. It'll probably be done uploading by the time I'm done with my workout, you know? Hopefully. YouTube's been super slow lately. X has been a quicker, faster upload. But YouTube is like, I like YouTube. I don't know. It's just what I'm used to. Speaking of all that, I'm seeing out there a lot of our social media is probably going to be censored, or at least certain people are working towards that. Look how fast it's going. Whee! Just really screwing up my wheels right now.
X is owned by Elon Musk. Elon is all about free speech. I don't know who owns TikTok right now, but whoever it is censored a video of mine where I was expressing and encouraging people to go back to church and read their scriptures and say their prayers. I think we used some words that triggered it, and they considered it hateful content. If you go see the context of it all, there's nothing hateful at all in that video. It is nothing but love. And that's on my X channel. It's on my YouTube as well. It's like any video where it's like talking with Rick. So there's that. Check out, like, I do love the Tesla Model Y. So, boom, got that. Good friend of mine gave me these mats, actually. Like, ran into her at the Tesla place, and she's like, I've got some mats if you want them. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. Heck yeah, thank you. Just blessings, you know? There's blessings in life. So, all I'm saying is on social media, I'm seeing videos where they're attempting to take over X and TikTok and others to control what you guys are seeing. So they'll probably even do it to this video. And it is what it is. Like, how do I have control over that? What do I do? I don't know. Create your own media. Go back to the printing press. Go print newspapers and go send newspapers to people with the truth. Maybe actually let's open back up the printing presses. All my print journalist friends from BYU and everywhere else, like, seriously consider that. Get the word out. The printing presses of print is something that algorithms can't mess with, right? You can get the correct information in there, and you can't, like, sure, you can say what you want to say in that, but it can't be doctored by some other force that changes the message, that changes the words, that changes the tune, that changes the person, that uses AI to morph it, right? So, everybody beware, myself included, of everything you're intaking on social media. Another thought I had was, everything you're seeing, you're actually watching it, and they're feeding your feed for a reason. They're wanting you to think, feel, and act a certain way. I'm feeling that right now, right? I'm feeling my thoughts and everything, obviously after this Charlie Kirk shooting, have turned to God. I think they wanted that, but now I'm starting to think, like, man, they're attempting to turn me into some radical Christian that's, like, out for vengeance. Christ, God, Romans 12, maybe 11 says, let vengeance be his. I'll say that again. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. For sure. Totally agree with all that. And everybody out there that is starting to feel the same way I am, you are being shown what they want you to see. Okay? I'll say that. And everybody's algorithm, like, it's changed by every demographic. They know who you are, they know your demographic, they know everything. They are feeding you in your algorithm, and it's not all about money, it's not all about clicks. This is, according to higher up people that I've listened to, this is the current world weaponization. It's the media. I was a broadcast journalism major. There's a thing called the AP, the Associated Press, if I remember correctly. That is what feeds all of the news stations, all the stories. That's why every news station says the same thing, right? Okay, every local channel has their own little local stuff, but then everybody's fed the same information. So you got to think about that and go, okay, who is feeding the Associated Press? Where is this information coming from? And then even newspapers in different cities, I've heard this. Depending on which side you lean on, the stories change. to feed their own biases, to make them feel good about their own life. Like, all the information you're getting, really consider where it's coming from, why it says what it says, and then really think to yourself, how do I get to the true source of information? Well, think of yourself. You have your own way to receive and learn. You have your own eyes, you have your own ears, you have your own mouth, you have your own nose. You intake things and outtake things. Everything's being weaponized against you, just so you know. Between the clothes you wear, most of it is made out of plastic, basically. I mean, what is it called? Polyester. That's plastic. That's on your skin. Even main name brands use that. They show it right on the tag. Polyester. The clothes, your bedding, all that plastic. Think of yourself being covered in a plastic bag, and that would suffocate you, right? That's what your clothes are doing. I don't even know what this is. I bought this at a thrift store, but it feels pretty good. I'm pretty sure it's cotton. I think these shorts are too. It's hard to get away from it completely, right? But at least you can consciously start thinking about it, and that gets you one more step closer to freedom, you know? So just think about that all right, what's their motivation? I don't know. I don't know what the motivation is. Does that mean it's not happening? Well, yeah, it's happening, and I'd be very curious of what the motivation is. If anything, you know, that's why I say be prayerful, because through prayer and meditation, you get to gather your own thoughts. I watched this talk the other day by Cleon Skousen about the atonement. It's online. It was really good. But he had somebody tell him, hey, touch your chin. So he goes like that. He's like, where is that? Is that above you, beneath you, to the side of you, to the left of you? And if I touch my chin, I'm thinking, that's below me. Now touch the top of your head. Where's that? Oh, that's above me. Okay. Touch the right side. That's the right of me, that's the left of me. So where are you? Where is the I am? Where's the little I am? Probably right in the center of your head is your little I am of where you are. Think about that. Like, this control center is how you view and see the world. This right here. You breathe in through here and here. You taste through here. You hear through here. You see through here. So here's your control center. Right up here. So if you are some sort of, if you're an enemy to a lot of people, what would you attack? The body? Probably a little bit, but what does the body do? I mean, you could chop it all up. I know that sounds a little gruesome, but let's just say you don't have your body. Well, if you still have your mouth to talk, ears to hear, and eyes to see, that's your control center. So if you're on the opposing side, you're probably attacking the control center of the other side. And how can you do that? Through all of these algorithms, through the TikToks, through the X's, through the whatever. But X, as far as I've seen, isn't controlled. It is freedom of speech, as our Constitution in the United States writes out. Now, I'm seeing even over in England where they are censoring speech. I saw these two police informants show up to the door. They knock on it, and they say, hey, we have a source saying that your daughter received a text message. We need to see her phone. That's where that's controlling your speech, right? That's controlling the messages that can be sent and delivered. Why is that? Now there's the book, Fahrenheit 451, talks all about this. There's movies on it. I didn't understand it back in the day in high school when I read it, or maybe it was even junior high when I first read it. Didn't understand what it meant. I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. Now I'm kind of getting it. Basically, it's a futuristic book where the firemen, everything's fireproof, so everything's good. Their job is to go into homes where books are hidden in the walls. They cut through a variant that was placed in there, that's a fireproof variant, And their job is to burn down these houses, to burn the books. Why is that? To get rid of the information. That's why I'm saying, hey, we should go back to the printing presses so we can have physical information of the truth. Printing presses, I mean, I know there's still newspapers today, so I'm just saying, I know that was a big thing in 2011 when I graduated school. I went through BYU during those times, and I remember saying, hey, print's dead. Like, everything's digital now. Everything's going broadcast. Everything's going to go quicker. Everything's going to a streaming like platform, like CDs and all that are dead. Tapes are dead. VHS is dead. But I miss all that. I love all that. Just like I miss rollerblades. I miss the organic, physical feel. I love the way these look. I love the way they feel. Just looking at them, I'm just like, it brings me joy. like, what more can I say? I like the look of that. It reminds me of like Nintendo 64, the physical cartridge that you put in. Even though I love Nintendo today and still play it, I'm just saying, back to Fahrenheit 451, his wife is like controlled in the home, has like these big screens where she interacts with them all day long with these digital humans that become her family, and they have like no real connection. And then one day he picks up a book he wasn't supposed to. It was against the law. He started reading it, and he starts reading more and more and more, and then he starts opening up, and his wife didn't want anything to do with it. Like, no, how dare you go against the laws? That is where we're at in life. Is people attempting to control, higher ups attempting to control the masses. For what? I don't know. Power. I don't know. World dominance. Prophecies talk about this. I believe in a book called The Book of Mormon. Ether talks about secret combinations. Moroni, or 3rd Nephi, up until the second coming of Christ, there's chapters 1 through 11. Same thing. People killing people in the government, in high places, there's secret combinations. We see that right now. We're seeing it right in front of our faces. Special people getting killed. People that are speaking the truth getting told to shut up. Or not even being told to shut up, they're getting killed to shut up. Well, their message is still known. And then you're like, there's so much conspiracy theory that I'm like, well, what do, you know? Be good, do good with love, right? Romans 12:21, be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. O Father, prayer, O Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Grant us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. That prayer is beautiful. You can memorize those. That took me a long time to memorize all that. I wrote those things down, and then I took the first letter of every word, and I would write that down. And that's how I'd help memorize it. And then it was drill, repeat, what is it? Practice, drill, rehearse. Practice, drill, rehearse, or repeat. And that's how you memorize things. I'm actually a pretty slow learner. When I went on my mission, I was in the MTC. I was probably the slowest one in that classroom to learn Spanish, and it was so frustrating because I wanted everything to just be the best missionary, to spend my 2 months in the MTC and then to go out to Guatemala and just teach the world and just know the language to help them learn about Jesus Christ. I wanted that so bad, and I got depressed in the MTC because I just was not learning as quickly as others. I got frustrated. There's one time we would go teach a lesson to just some they'd have us practice teaching the lessons and doing it in Spanish, and it was scary. And I remember one day I just broke down. I cried. couldn't really explain it to anybody or what was going on, but inside I was just like, man, this sucks, because I'm trying so hard to learn this language. I want to be the best missionary I can possibly be, and I can't even learn this language. Like, yeah, that was frustrating. Got out in the mission field. I was scared to get out there, and it was actually awesome. Like, I was in my first area in Guatemala. It's called Comalapa. It's up in the mountains. And my mission companion, Elder Sessions, love you, man. He was so good and patient with me. I don't think I learned any Spanish in those 3 months. I just listened to it. Members were cool, and it was just like communicating through like paraverbals, through body language. And people were still very kind and understood where I was coming from, and still had a lot of good laughs, and he would kind of translate for me. It took me about a year to really start picking it up, and even then, I'll say this, like, I was never the best at Spanish, but that's where I learned, hey, use some personality to just get people to like you and trust you a little bit. Like, what do they like to do? They love to play soccer down there. So we go play soccer. We go play soccer at the churches. That's how we get people to come to church. I'd say, hey, come play soccer with us. And then come to the church, listen to a quick lesson, 5 minutes. That's it. And then play soccer the rest of the time. Dude, that was the jam. I missed that. There was early morning seminary. It kind of reminds me of this morning, where we'd wake up super early. We'd go have a class. I love that, and I love those people. It was so fun. And then we'd go play basketball. There's like this town square. We'd go play basketball outside. Those were some of the most enjoyable times of my whole mission. Like, I love that. I miss that. I haven't thought about this in a long time, but that was fun. I think the churches are under attack right now because people don't want us in the churches communicating like that. I think there's powers at B trying to force people or scare them from going to church. Why? To isolate people. Why? To only be stuck on social media. Why? Because they're going to control all the social media. Why? Keep asking that. Keep asking why. Why? Why doesn't this make sense? Why? So, I'm going to go in, I'm going to work out, be good, do good with love. Anybody that tuned in, appreciate you for being here. I mean, subscribe to the channel. It helps me. Hopefully, eventually. I am not monetized on this yet. It takes a lot to get monetized, but I would love to do more of these videos. I mean, I'm doing okay in my profession. In fact, I love what I do, and this is more of just like, why do I do these videos? One, I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about seeking truth, and I love it. I've been a little wrapped up into this Charlie Kirk thing, I'll say that, and it's kind of emotionally gotten pretty draining. So I would say anybody that's been in that same boat, go refresh, get out of those algorithms, go and go to the gym, go rollerblade. I think there's something about rollerblading too. Right, then left, then right, then left. I've heard there's stuff that trains your brain right to left. I know a lot of brain clinics train on that. So that I, not even thinking about that, I'm like, oh, that's actually good with the rollerblades. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. There is something to that helps connect your right and left brain. And I know that there's even tapping. I sound a little crazy right now, but I learned that in percussion from Mr. Sigurd, Wasatch High. So, and then I've even seen that with brain clinic doctors, where they're like, if you ever have anxiety, they call it tapping. So what you do, you take your right hand, tap your left knee as you tap your left foot. I hope I'm doing that right. So it's like right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. I'm doing that totally wrong. I'll try and figure that out, and if anybody are curious, comment below. Be like, what was the right left tapping? And hopefully I'll do a video about it in the future. But anyways, there's stuff like that that can help your brain chemistry. All right, enough with my ADHD brain going off all over the place. Be good. Do good. Go share a smile today. I haven't said that in a long time, but yeah. I mean, don't go smile at everybody. Hey, whatever. But like, dude, somebody needs some help. Go be their friend. Everybody could use a friend, myself included. I felt kind of down yesterday. Like I just wanted a little somebody to be my friend for a little bit. Did last night. I'm like, man, just looking for a friend. And everybody needs a friend. I hope all you guys will be my friends. All right, I'll get this uploaded.